it never doing the thingy? It wasn't. Well, that sort of sucks. It's not playing now. Yeah, it's not.
It's a simple website where users can post images, videos,
Okay.
and comments of any sort. It was originally used to comment and speak about different popular anime, but that's not why it's controversial. The website's greater drawing factors are due to its unmonitored and uncensored content, and now currently has over 20 million users in 2022. Its community is often seen as toxic, and more often than not, will support events like cyber attacks, bullying, and much more horrific things.
Yeah, I heard
Today,
it's pretty bad.
we're going to be looking over posts that were uploaded by users moments before they would commit something that was unimaginable. The Neil McInnes shooting. Let's start off with the story of Neil McInnes. On April 12th of 2013, an anonymous 4chan user uploaded a post with a picture of the New River Mall entrance. McInnes then wrote down the details of how he was going to commit harm to the people within the mall. Hey B, it's time. My name is Neil McInnes, and I go to the New River Community College in Christiansburg, Virginia. 10 minutes away
I assume this is going to be
Tech.
like a mass
I'm going to give you all the
shooting, I
details
guess.
because the news never gets it right. As if to brag about what was about to transpire, McInnes decided to take it upon himself to lay out in full detail what was going to be happening at the mall. McInnes had received his gun license and purchased a Stevens
sounds like
320
a
shotgun about a
shooting.
week or so before the incident. I'm a bit nervous because I've never really handled a shotgun, but a few times with the Christiansburg police. Anyways, this is not a high score game, but actually a lesson. That's why I'm at school. I'm here at school writing this. Wish me luck. And heroing is not necessary unless I get fucked out of the end. It's pretty busy. The 4chan community was really quick to react to try to find out more information about what was about to transpire. As they were trying to scrounge up information, McInnes had already made his decision and was on his way to the mall. Within his post, McInnes actually invited the 4chan community to watch along on his live stream. The live stream, thankfully, did not work during his attack. 3 minutes after the post went up, McInnes was already on his way, as I mentioned earlier, to the mall. McInnes drove his car to the mall.
Did the people on 4chan at least try to stop it? Are there good people on that website?
And basically blocked the front to ensure that.
Whoops.
On his live stream. The live stream, thankfully, did not work during his attack. 3 minutes after the post went up, McInnes was already on his way, as I mentioned earlier, to the mall. McInnes drove his car to the mall's entrance and basically blocked the front to ensure that people wouldn't escape as he was going on his rampage. The 18-year-old would walk inside and begin firing at anyone and anything that crossed his path. McInnes would walk around waving his gun in the air, taunting at people, basically saying to come out of hiding. After a few minutes, a security guard would show up and eventually apprehend McInnes after he surrendered.
Oh my gosh.
During the shooting, only two...
Let's just go.
Contain disturbing material.
I need backstory on their website.
Involving murder, stalking, conspiracies, and much worse. However,
the stories and information posted here are artistic works of fiction and falsehood. Only a fool would take anything posted here as fact.
Was that real? Is none of this real? Jesus Christ.
every post on 4chan is identified with a number, rather than using usernames or pseudonyms. This allows a feeling of quick anonymity that has attracted vast popularity online. It allows users to post their genuine feelings, often frustration, about daily topics and discussion points. However, for many users, the number that's stamped onto each reply can become a game. A post ending in 2 of the same number is called dubs, 3 of the same number being trips, so on and so forth, with each post number changing wildly. This makes the game more fun as getting these numbers is often very rare, though not impossible. The way this works is that the number is not actually randomly generated, but rather, it shows that you are the nth comment on that specific 4chan board. Some are capable of using this information to their advantage, but for most users, it is a lottery draw. Emily Sander was an 18-year-old student.
There is no way a number is going to end
with
up
herself
in
with
a
busy
dead
life.
body case.
College student, secretary, and adult film star. Only her closest friends knew of her adult films online, as she kept this a secret from the world. But her secret would be brought to light after November 24th, 2007.
The 4chaners
when
got
Emily
to her.
Sander would suddenly go missing. The media would pick up this story, displaying it across the nation as missing porn star, resulting in unfortunate misguidance and a poor execution of assistance.
They should at least put her
only
name
6
instead of
days
just
would pass
porn model.
until Emily's body was discovered, all because of a post on 4chan.
If anyone can correctly guess their own post number, I will tell you where she is.
What? How is this website not
Very.
shut down?
Only minutes later, users would begin playing this disturbing game, and not even 15 minutes would pass, and a user successfully guesses their number.
Winner. Here you go.
The OP would post coordinates that lead to a location only 50 miles away from where Emily Sander had attended college in El Dorado, Kansas. 1 hour would pass, and missing student's body apparently found. It would come to light that the OP who started this disturbing game on 4chan was 24-year-old Israel Morales. The two had met up at a bar on the night of November 23rd.
So he killed somebody
It
and
would
made
be
it
the
into a
last time
game on
Emily was seen alive.
a message board.
Blood was found in Israel's motel room, as she had been stabbed multiple times before being strangled with a phone cord. Her body was buried. The items used to attack her had been disposed at Israel's current girlfriend's house, and Israel would flee the country to Mexico. He would stay there with his at-the-time girlfriend, who was only 16 and pregnant with Israel's child.
Yeah, he's going
Israel
to jail.
would be caught only a month later,
Yeah,
expedited back to the United States,
that was
and
easy to
would be
guess after
charged
that.
and convicted of murder. He is still currently serving his sentence of life in prison
That's it.
without possibility of parole. Prison.
Convicted favorite already. Oh my god.
Without possibility of parole.
Good. Keep that motherfucker.
It's hard to
locked
say
up.
whether the body would have been found in time, but the fact that Israel couldn't keep his mouth shut and decided to boast about it like a game on 4chan goes to show how ignorant he was of his own actions. If he had simply kept his ego in check and his mouth shut, Emily's body may have taken weeks, months, possibly years to be found, and Israel may have been able to get away with it if he had not made a post about it on 4chan.
Put a fucking sick feeling in my
Home
stomach.
security.
Yeesh.
An idea to help homeowners sleep at night, whether from the next room
The
or
camera
seats
got
away.
hacked into
One click of a
and was
button,
watched. They
and you
watched
can
them the
have feed
entire
of your
time.
entire house streamed right to your phone. or
I'm being
monitor.
watched right now.
A concept so simple that it almost felt too good to be true.
Oh my gosh.
Unfortunately, for some people, it truly was too good to be true. It would be discovered that TrendNet cameras had accessible IP addresses, meaning anyone who typed in your IP address could now watch you. Wherever you had your TrendNet camera placed, hundreds of people online could then watch your personal livelihood without
So
you
weird.
ever knowing. What was supposed to be bringing the feeling of security and safety to homeowners was now exposing their most personal moments onto the internet by accident. Threads were dedicated to this very topic. Someone would find out a single mother was undressing on camera, and her IP address was posted for dozens.
Technology is insane.
This bug in the security would result in other available cameras being found.
I assume they got
2
sued for
days
this
after
too.
the bug was discovered, it was speculated that a list containing over 1,000 camera addresses were leaked on Pastebin, and this list
Yeah, they had
was
to
posted to both
have
Reddit
gotten sued.
and 4chan. By the end of the week, the Pastebin list had already received nearly 90,000 views. The first one I tried showed a child's playpen, a nanny cam or something. I immediately shut the window and regret fucking with this. I thought it would be parking lots and skyscrapers and shit, not residential cameras. Redditors would contact mods and customer care of TrendNet to report this disturbing discovery. 4chan users would attempt to trace home addresses to the cameras.
Oh my god.
So they could
Reddit
either
tried to
call
go
their
do
phone
it. 4chan said, fuck it, let's keep going.
or order them pizza. Duality of the internet, I suppose. Finally, at the end of the month, TrendNet would announce an update to the software that addressed the bug.
They should
They
have got
would send
shut down.
emails to their customers and post it in their monthly newsletter about how customers needed to update their software. But if a customer never updated, if they never received the email or got a newsletter, their personal livelihood would remain live streamed for the entire internet to watch. And they would never know.
It's a creepy thought.
Hello, I'm Leonard.
Can that happen to me? No, I don't think it can happen to me. I hope not. This camera makes me feel uncomfortable now. I don't know how I feel about it.
Nimoy. The following tale of alien encounters is true, and by true, I mean false. It's all lies, but they're entertaining lies, and in the end, isn't that the real truth? The answer is no.
In February of 2017, an image would be uploaded to 4chan that would change the course of the website's conspiracies for years to come. The image contained what most would describe as a reptilian humanoid standing in the desert, and the description would read as follows.
24489. Taken approximately 24 miles northwest of Luke Air Force Base, Phoenix, Arizona. Lab H4C.
Okay, aliens aren't
Only
that
moments
scary.
later,
If
the
an alien
entire
came
website
down and
itself would go
did
down,
something to me,
claiming server issues.
I honestly wouldn't care.
But when the site came
I'm
back,
fucking dead at that point.
the image, along with the thread, would be gone, wiped from the database. Users who were capable of capturing a glance of the thread would begin spreading this information like wildfire. From the politically incorrect board to the paranormal board, 4chan went down to a live leak of real aliens caught on camera. But with the database being wiped, the image was gone. Or so people thought. Speculations began as the information was now suddenly in high demand. One user went into vast detail, stating, "The alien's head was seen from the left side, and it was looking to the left in the picture, and slightly at the camera, almost diagonally. I did see the alien, yellow scales, black eyes, with small pursed lips. I thought it was a shield thread, so I didn't open it, but I saw the pic. The alien looked like it had scales all over, and was dark in color. Its eyes looked like dried up prunes, and had human-like features, but much smaller in comparison to its head." This, of course, was also debated. Soon, images would pop up in random areas, stating that this image was the real one. Others would denounce that image as fake before posting the quote-unquote actual image. Then, that image would be labeled as fake and another one would be posted. This cycle would end up becoming a meme, and the topic itself wouldn't result in anything other than numerous photos appearing everywhere, all stating that they were the real one, and every other image was false.
It was a government cover-up.
But the event would only become stranger, as any time someone would post the original image, their thread would be instantly deleted, and they would become temporarily banned from 4chan. This was not due to replicated threads or anything of that nature, as, at the time, the original image and thread were still unseen by the majority of 4chan users. So, it all falls down to two scenarios. Number 1, a user posted classified information or an image that legally should not have been displayed, and 4chan had to go down to avoid legality issues. Users posting illegal material is not uncommon on 4chan. Number 2, a user was aware of server bugs and decided to troll the website, following up with having false replicas made to spread the troll post even further, and mods on 4chan played along by adding hype to the troll post, by deleting new threads and banning users who mentioned it.
I don't think they go that far.
I'm getting this book on UFOs. Did you know that
Aliens are real.
huge government conspiracy to cover it up?
August 2013. A user would come to 4chan with a recent ongoing personal disturbance. What was supposed to be a simple task of house sitting for some family friends would turn into a horrific experience. Anon was being
Stalkers.
stalked.
It's one of my biggest fears. Somebody watching me from afar forever, and I don't know.
For the past week and a half, I've been watching the house
A little
of some family
paranoid.
friends while they've been out of town. It's a smallish house in a good neighborhood, and though there have been break-ins in the past, they have mostly been to cars parked on the street. These incidences have been few and far between, and have been nothing more than petty thefts. The house I'm watching has 3 dogs, 2 of which are large, but would be worthless in
Yo,
some
what's
kind
up,
of
Sweat?
cultivation situation.
We're learning
It is
about
a pretty easy job.
an
And
insane
along with watering
website.
plants and letting the dogs out 2 or 3 times a day, I also have to stay.
So far, we went through the dead body. Not going to mention that one. Watching people through cameras, and Area 51 being real.
At the house every night. Since I'm in college, I really need any money I can get, and this is a pretty easy gig. The dogs are pretty relaxed, but if they sense anything outside, they lose their minds and bark
I
until
can't
it's let
house
out.
it.
If the doorbell rings, it's as
It's a
if hell has
completely
just come to
different
earth,
area.
and they claw at the door, barking their heads off.
I could house it a neighbor that's like across the street or 2 houses down, because it's in the same general area. But if you have to go halfway across wherever you're at to a area you don't know, how would you feel house sitting? You don't know that area. It could be a trap. It's so dangerous. I don't see why people
But
do it.
other than that, everything has been going well without a hitch, until a few nights ago. Sorry for the backstory, but I feel it's necessary in order to explain why what is happening is so out of...
I guess dogs can make it better, but I feel like if they're going haywire 24/7, that'll just increase your anxiety and just make you more nervous. I couldn't do it.
the ordinary. As I continue the story, I will label each event as Night 1 and so on and so forth. Night 1. A few nights back, I came back to this house straight from work. Nothing seemed out of the ordinary.
And from this alone, night 1, night 2, night 3, I would have left night 1. Why couldn't they just get a security system?
And after showering, I lay down and started watching some TV. At roughly 11:40, the dogs began barking at the front windows, which faced
See?
the street.
Why are they barking at 11 at night going up to 12? My dog barks at the hallway, and I have to walk through the whole house to make sure nobody's in a closet waiting for me to go to sleep so they can smuggle me to another country.
Which is always a little startling when this happens at night. I thought it might be some cars or people on a late night walk, but the street ends in a cul-de-sac, so I decided to take a look. since there shouldn't be any traffic on the street this late. Luckily, it was just a possum lurking around.
Yeah,
so
real
I shut the
convenient.
blinds and laid back down. I continued watching TV when some weird shit happened. The doorbell rang.
See what?
Just some ding-dong ditchers,
What?
right? Well, I
Ding
went to the
dong
front hall
ditchers.
and was a little nervous to open the door, so I looked out the side window. Nobody. I told myself it was probably friends of the kid who actually lives there, so I lay down and continued watching TV. And 5 minutes pass.
Oh my
I
god.
get up again, check the door, just to find that nobody's there once again. This happens 2 more times, about 5 minutes apart.
That means somebody is ringing the doorbell, right? Running somewhere very close and watching you the entire time. Every 5 minutes. How did that not
Nothing
sink
there
in?
each time. At this point, I'm more pissed than scared, so this time, I wait by the window. I wait so that I cannot be seen, but that I have clear view of the doorbell. I wait a few minutes and watch the door. And, as I'm about to get up, it happens. The doorbell rings its single high-pitched ding, but nobody was at the door. I am
Oh,
both confused
whoops.
and a bit horrified.
Never mind. It's just
How the
a
hell did it ring when it
a
wasn't
basic
clicked?
ghost story.
And I was staring at the front door the entire time. I get up and open the front door and take a few steps outside. Nothing. I see nothing. I hear nothing. I lock the doors and walk back to the room I was watching TV in. As I sit back down, a strange thought comes to mind. Where are the dogs? And why
Oh,
haven't they
shit.
barked
I
one time
forgot.
to the bell? I flip every light switch I see as I begin looking for the dogs. I finally find them in the parents' room, all lying in their dog beds. I am relieved that they're fine, but I don't know why they didn't react to a single bell ring.
I can handle ghosts. I can't handle actual people stalking me. I prefer a ghost to stalk me. It's not like they can really do anything except maybe throw a plate at my head. It's not that fatal, I think. I think I can survive it. I can survive a door falling on me too. A cabinet, 50-50.
Even stranger was that all of them were clearly awake, as one came up to me as I entered the room, and gave me its usual brainlessly happy look. I made one of the larger dogs come with me, and I finally was able to get some sleep. I awoke in the morning and let the dogs out, along with my regular morning house duties.
I would have took all 3
I went out the
dogs.
front door to go get the newspaper. They didn't cancel it for some reason. And when I came back to the door, I looked at the doorbell. Nothing was wrong with it. And when I pressed it, it worked perfectly.
Yo.
But there was something different. When I pressed the doorbell, it was profoundly louder and had 2 chimes instead of the single, more faint chime of the one that I kept hearing the night before. I tried pressing it in different ways, trying to recreate the same single chime I heard, but it just wouldn't happen. I gave up and decided to head out to work, just hoping things would be different that night. Well, I got my wish. That night was different, but not in the way I was hoping.
What could they have done? If it's an actual person, they couldn't be in the house. There's 3 dogs in the house. There is no way the dogs would let that pass. And if they're outside pressing the button, wouldn't neighbors wake up? Maybe they're just crazy.
Night 2. After work, I got back to the house and decided to watch some TV before bed, as I tend to do most nights. I had almost forgotten about the events of the previous night, but then I was quickly given a reminder. At a few minutes past midnight, the doorbell rang again. One single chime. Nothing else. The dogs were, again, silent in the other room, and so I decided to just turn up the TV volume and ignore it.
You're crazy. I would have
About
turned the
5 minutes
TV
later,
off.
The bell rang again. I continued to ignore it, and I just sat there. Then, something changed. The bell started to ring again, but in shorter intervals. By the 6th ring, I decided to get up and see what the hell was really going on. I searched the rooms leading to the kitchen, and then I came across something really strange. All of the dogs were sitting, staring at the back door.
It's a little weird.
Just sitting there, as if awaiting for someone they knew to walk in the door. At this point, the family was not due back for over a week, so
It's a creepy
I stood there
detail.
in terror and watched, waiting for something to appear at the door. I continued standing, fixed in place, for at least another 5 minutes. This whole time, no bell. There was dead silence, except for the sound of cicadas outside. I finally built up the courage to approach the door and see if there was anything outside.
Don't do
My
that.
heart slowly stopped racing, and I looked out the window by the door to make sure nobody was out there. But why would the dogs be staring out the back door? I opened the door, turned on the porch light, and tried to convince the dogs to go outside. I had just let them out no longer than 40 minutes before, so I knew they had no business to be outside. I ushered them to go, but they just sat in place. Come on, go out. But they just sat there, giving me their stupid blank stares. I looked around from the back porch one last time and went back inside. I locked the door and laid back down. At some point, I finally fell asleep, still wondering where the bell was coming from and who was messing with me. Little did I know, the worst.
How can it get any worse than that?
Night 3.
The
I didn't
final
have work
night.
the next day, so after I fed the dogs, I went back to my house and stayed there until about 9 that night. Up to this point, I still hadn't told anybody about the bell ringing at night. I just assumed they would think I was overreacting.
Hey, that's what I did.
This night changed everything. As I pulled into the driveway, I immediately noticed something different. The door to their back garage was slightly ajar, and it definitely wasn't that way when I left that morning. I have this pictured above, but I didn't even consider checking it until the next morning. The lawn care guy wasn't supposed to come for another 2 days, and even then, I doubt he would have needed anything from the garage tool room.
Somebody's in the house.
How the hell was this open? It was not only closed when I left, but I know for a fact that it was locked. One of the dogs had pawed at it a couple of days before, and when I tried to open it, it was clearly locked, and I didn't know where the key was. I closed the gate to the driveway and bolted to the back door. As I approached the door, I noticed something.
Somebody was in the house the entire time.
To the right of the door, I noticed something that I had somehow missed the past few days. There was a second doorbell, one by the back door. Why the hell would there also be a bell back here?
It really doesn't
Did I
make
really miss
sense.
this the whole time I've been here? But here it was. I have it pictured above. I clicked it once, and sure enough, I heard a single chime. The exact chime I'd been hearing the past 2 nights. The backyard is completely shut off, and though it is possible to hop a fence and get back there, the dogs would have surely heard someone try to trespass. But then again, they had been acting strange and not barking to the back bell for some reason. Even stranger, when I tested the back bell, the dogs came barking and ran to the back door, not knowing who was there. So why did they act differently before?
Yo, the family who hired her, they're fucking with her.
I quickly got inside and locked the doors, and went around checking every room just in case somebody was already in there with me. I also locked every window and door to the outside.
It's too late
I
for
brought
that.
all the dogs with me to the room I was staying in, and just sat there for a while, trying to make sense of everything. I turned on the TV for a little while and tried to wipe it off from my mind, and before I knew it, it was midnight once again. I
You know what
hadn't
that
kept
means.
track of the time as I watched TV.
Ding dong
And I
time.
was quickly reminded of the time when I heard the single chime of the bell at a few minutes past midnight. It caught me by surprise, and as I jumped up, I noticed all the dogs walking to the back door. I followed them cautiously and slowly crept to look out the back window. There was nothing there, of course. At this point, I was actually hoping to see someone, or something, instead of being in constant fear of what it could actually be. I turned on the back light and scanned the backyard, but I still had the good sense to stay in the kitchen. Then, I saw the garage door I spoke of earlier. It was wide open, as if inviting me to come see what was within. I've seen plenty of horror movies in my day, so
Yeah, just
I was
close the
smart enough
door
to
and
stay within the house. Since it was already cracked earlier, I told myself the wind did it, and maybe the bell was just on the fritz. Ringing at the same time every night until I see what is wrong? Yeah, it's totally just a glitch. I went back to my room, and I closed the door, trapping the dogs with me. I went to sleep and woke up the next morning, with everything seeming fine. I fed the dogs and brought in the paper, not noticing anything out of the ordinary. But when I let the dogs go out to the backyard, I saw it. The door to the back garage was shut. Night 4.
Night
Well-
4. Tuh. Night 3 would have been my last. Is that illegal? Can you say you're gonna watch somebody's house get paid for it and then not watch it? Just stop by occasionally? I don't think that's illegal. Maybe morally wrong. Slightly. Who knows?
You are currently with me on night 4. It's about an hour to midnight, and so far, there's nothing out of the ordinary. Hopefully nothing eventful will happen tonight, because I can't take much more of this. I've brought a knife with me just in case something happens. I know it's pretty dumb, but it at least provides me with some feeling of security.
It's like a
I talked to my
paranormal
mom
activity
this morning.
type situation.
She called the police to check things out and patrol the neighborhood a little more. Of course, I doubt they will, and they said to just call 911 if anything happens tonight, and they'll do their best to help me out. I'm currently sitting with all the dogs, just waiting for it to be midnight. I will keep this thread posted to anything that may or may not happen, assuming I'm not killed or something. Fingers crossed, and I'll get back to you all shortly. OP here. It's currently 11:20 here at the moment. Nothing spooky yet, luckily. I'm seriously wondering what to do. I almost want to leave and drive around till like 1, and come back when whatever it is thinks I'm asleep. Any suggestions on what to do? 11:45 p.m. Status report time. Nothing so far, but it's not quite midnight. The dogs do seem to be pacing in the
Yeah.
kitchen now. I can hear their claws on the tile. I
It's
don't know why.
building up to
They're
it.
usually asleep by now. The small annoying dog keeps barking at the front and back window, alternating every few minutes. So,
Finally, the dogs bark, which means it's the end of the story.
yeah, that's promising.
Holy,
I'm still holed
how
up
is
in
it
room
not the
I've been
end?
sleeping in, alone at this point. Here's a picture of the front yard from my point of view in the room. Shit quality, I know, but it's the best I could do at the moment. Seems calm as usual out front, so we'll see if anything happens. I'll keep you all posted. A little past midnight. This is OP. I just got off the phone with the police, and they said they're on the way. So I decided to just wait out in the room and hope nothing would happen tonight. And well, I was very, very wrong. The bell went off, and all the dogs were lined up in front of the door.
What? How?
You cannot understand how fast and loud my heart was pounding in my chest as I walked to the door with my knife in hand. I crept around the cabinets toward the door, and I saw
I don't.
nothing.
I don't get it.
So I waited a couple of minutes with clear sight of the door from a secluded area. Nothing happened. I'm practically laying behind a couch near their entertainment room, which has pretty much nothing but windows facing their neighbor's driveway. I can barely even type this next part. I'm freaking out. As I'm lying down watching the back door, I see the dogs leave the kitchen and come to me. They walk by me and lay down next to me.
That doesn't
which
make
isn't too
sense.
weird. And as I'm still watching the door, a thud sounds from directly behind me.
Don't dogs go crazy when they hear anything? I don't get it. I assume it's the family fucking with
There
them.
was a single bang, just like the single bell ring. Practically shitting myself, I turn around and look in the dark room, trying not to have a heart attack. I see an old door. It doesn't open, it's sealed shut, and I determine that is where the noise came from. Even creepier, that's the room I've been sleeping in for most of my nights. The window faces the
It doesn't make sense.
until it got too uncomfortable, and I just took one of the beds. One more bit of creepiness. Well, I just realized that the night I started sleeping in the bedroom is the night the doorbell started being rung. What the hell does this mean? Is this person telling me to go back to that room and sleep there to be watched? All I do know is that I'm locked in the bedroom with the dogs right now, with my knife next to me, waiting for the cops. I will update you after the cops show up.
It doesn't. I don't get it.
Status report.
My mind is not putting the
Top
pieces
five
together.
About to come in, I think. No new noises. I think the cops scared off whoever it was, at least for now. I'm texting my mom and messaging the family now, since I think I pretty much have to now. I will update you when the cops leave. Hang in there. I'll be back. Cops have left. And nothing. The cops found nothing. They chalked it up to nothing more than someone messing with me. maybe a friend of the family. So
That's what I think.
basically, they're just trying to get my mind off of it and play it off as a joke or something. But at this point, it has to be something real. Somebody who is not looking to do this kind of thing for fun. The cops said they would patrol this area closely tonight. Clearly not informed of the message my mom gave 911 this morning.
Okay, if it was for fun, it would have ended like the second night. But 5 nights in a row, that's dedication. It means something is going to happen.
Okay, I'm done. I am definitely not staying alone here tomorrow. The door. The goddamn door. It's
See?
cracked open again. The cops just came and checked it, and it was locked. I'm done. I might call the cops to come back, but with my luck, it will be closed by then.
If it was locked, that means something has a key.
Whoever is doing this is smart. They were watching from somewhere the whole time. They want me outside, but I'm locked in the bedroom again with all the dogs. I put bottles on the doors. Thanks for the suggestion. The adrenaline is wearing off, so
What does putting
I'm ready to
bottles
go
on
to
a
sleep
door
now
do?
and update anyone who is interested tomorrow night. Check back here at around 11 p.m. or so, Texas time. I'm going to see what the hell is in that garage door in the morning. Why does he want me to go in there? I'm horrified to find out, and I am definitely still going to sleep in this bedroom, no matter how many times this bastard rings the bell. Anyways, here's a decent pic from the kitchen of the cracked door again, but that's as close as I'm getting
Ooh.
to outside tonight.
This story gave
I
me
might
shivers.
Try and bring a camera too. I need one at this point, just to try and see who the hell is doing this. OP, signing off. OP here. Sorry I haven't posted anything this morning. I'm not dead, and nothing is wrong this morning, luckily. But I did find a new horrifying discovery. when
There's
it
a
comes to
secret
the
hole.
garage door. I will update you on that tonight. I'm currently at my house, just trying to recover from last night. And I am going back tonight. It's the last night I have to watch that place, so I think I can stick it out once more. The family hasn't returned my message yet, so I am without any answer.
If that's the last night, I literally would have just stood in the car the entire night, locked the doors with the dogs in the car, and just watched the house and just not have slept. I might be a surprise, but I prefer not to get murdered.
Is from them. I will post a new thread later tonight, recapping everything, and I will repost all images and text of the events. If this thread isn't killed by then, I'll post a link to the new thread. Check back at around 11 Texas time for an update. Most of my friends are off to college, but
They're supposed to be watching the house for 5 days because they needed easy money. Which it's a dangerous thing for easy money.
I may ask one or my brother to come check it out, but they probably can't stay all night. As for the camera, yes, I am bringing a better one, but I can't find any good video cams at the moment. I may also do the string thing at the base of the doors and the bottles again to see if it tries to get in tonight. I'll keep you all posted.
Oh, they use a string. Wait, how? What? What does a string in a bottle do to a door? Will it make noise if it moves? And they're gonna run in there with their knife and say, "Where are you?"
Night 5. Final night. Let me preface this final night by mentioning something that I discovered this morning.
There is
When I
more.
woke up this morning, I did my house duties as usual.
How are the ghouls not
I went
stacking
back
up in your
here to see
mind?
about this garage door that has been a living nightmare for me. It was still open. Not wide open, but cracked like it was the night before, after the officers had left. Even though it was daytime, my heart was pounding as I approached the door, not knowing what I was going to find on the other side. As pictured above, this is what I found. Nothing. Well, almost nothing. The room was full of nothing but yard care tools, and luckily, no bodies, living or dead. But then, I came to a frightening realization.
What
as I
now?
took my hand off the door. The door slowly closed on its own. Why did this creep me out? Because, as I said a couple nights back, the door was wide open.
Oh, if it closes on its own, that means somebody has been opening it constantly and holding it, right?
Possible way for that to happen naturally. The door would have had to been propped open, or even worse, somebody had to have been holding it open from the inside. Also, there was no key in or out of the door.
No key means
So
somebody was just
whoever was
in there
opening
holding it.
had a key for it. But why would somebody want me to look in there? There is nothing. Was my tormentor staying in there overnight? If so, then for how long? And one last question that is driving me crazy. Is that the only key to this property?
Of course not.
It is August 13th and about an hour away from midnight. It was raining on my way over to the house, which is never a good omen for a night like this. Luckily, the rain has passed through, and I don't think it'll rain again tonight. But I still feel no relief from what may or may not come. I have searched the entire property, looking for possible ways in and out of the house. And it looks like I'm sealed up tight in here. The only way in is to break something and clearly alert me. I'm hoping for the best, but expecting the worst. I still have my knife. Not old enough to purchase a handgun, but I will be doing so when I come of age after all of this.
The most confusing thing is why aren't the dogs reacting to whatever? Is it going to be a ghost? That doesn't make sense. A ghost doesn't. I don't get it.
And I am holing up in a room, alone, again. A friend helped me search earlier, but had to leave about an hour ago, so it's just me, the dogs, my knife, and my phone, at the ready to call the cops. I am truly hoping for a peaceful night so that tomorrow it is the family's problem, and not mine. Any advice to ride out the night would be much appreciated, and I will be glued to the thread to update everyone until I eventually pass out. Another user chimes in with the idea of building a homemade burglar alarm. This idea can be seen in many forms of media and even was popularized in early paranormal horror movies, where the victim will tape string across a hallway or a doorframe. On the string will be attached with either glass bottles or aluminum cans. This way, when the suspect involuntarily bumps into the string, the clutter of the bottles
God.
and cans.
It'd be so creepy because when they actually run by it
Of
and make a
course,
noise,
this
you're gonna
doesn't help you
freak
if
out.
The person is in the house with you in there. OP here. Fuck it. I'm doing the string and tape idea. I'm out of time. Only about 10 minutes left. I'll post pics as proof, but I'm going back to this room and hiding.
Imagine if
the
they
scene.
take the trap down and just sit it on the
He knows where
ground.
I am all the time, so there's no point looking out for him tonight. It's not worth another mild heart attack. No doorbell yet. Maybe that's a good thing, but it might be because he saw me lurking through the house, even though I had the lights off. My camera flash, the porch light, and street lights are the only lights that could have possibly made me visible. Here's the back door strung up. Yes, all locks, including the one pictured, are firmly locked. Tape is on tight. This is the front door. Sorry if it's hard to see. The string kind of blends, but is good, so if anyone tries to enter, they might not notice. Still no doorbell. Here's the sealed door that I assume I was being watched from. I put it here just in case, since this seemed to be a place he enjoys. I also have a single piece of tape on each door, so that if it is opened, it will, hopefully, fall off, and the intruder won't know where it went. It's not a great plan, but it's something. At least, I'll know if someone came in, hopefully. I'll keep you posted for a while longer.
There's no way you can
Still,
sleep
no doorbell.
comfortably with this going on. Yep,
It
there's the
just
ring.
happened. What do? I don't want to move, but it doesn't stop until I investigate. The dogs aren't moving this time. It's like they don't even care.
Oh my god,
What
dog,
now?
why are the
Should
dogs
they
like
just let it
this?
keep going until it gets bored? How does this thing know exactly where I am? I am in a room, door closed with the windows all shut. There is absolutely no possible way to see me in here. The bell rang at least 18 times, and much shorter than
Holy
5-minute
shit.
intervals.
What if it's multiple
I
people?
honestly lost track. It must have been a ring every couple minutes, and then it sped up to a ring every 10 seconds by the time it was the last doorbell. They kept getting progressively closer together, as if a bomb was ticking faster and faster, about to go off. And then it stopped. Dead silence. I sat there, knife in hand, back to the wall. Then I heard it. A loud slam, as if somebody slapped the wall with all of their force. The noise came from the other side of the wall, directly behind my head. I'm not gonna lie. I screamed, and I swear I almost fainted and became very lightheaded. I've moved to another room, and I'm practically in tears.
Yeesh.
I've dialed the cops. I desperately need their help. I'm still posting. I'm not dead. I need this to keep my mind off of it, even if it's just for a second. The other side of the wall was in the driveway, but this was on the other side of the gate from the backyard, where the doorbell is. So, it rang the doorbell, then hopped a fence or something, then slammed the wall. But I should have heard it hop the fence. It's old and creaky. Cops aren't here yet. When they get here, I'm in my car and gone. The dogs can deal with this shit.
I think it's
Doesn't seem to
multiple
give a
people.
shit either way about them.
Oh my god,
Cops
he's being gang
showed up
stalked.
finally. I saw their lights flashing. No siren though, through the cracks in the blinds in this room. I met them at the front door, locked both locks, and told them to follow
Plot
me to my
twist,
car
it's the
behind
cops.
gate. I have a remote gate opener. I waited for them to search the back of it, and they went into the garage room, which was still open. Nothing. They looked everywhere they could on the outside, and I told them I was leaving. I didn't bother having them check inside. I honestly can't even bring myself to walk near that house again tonight. None of the strings were off that I could see as I fled the house. So, I didn't see a point to have them piss off the dogs and bother them. From their arrival to my departure, it must have only been 10 minutes at the most. I was so done with that house. Also, a note about the dogs. When the wall was hit, they were startled, but didn't bark. or
Okay, no.
seem to
That's the
care
last
that much.
straw. That means that it's somebody that the dogs know. The family. It's the family. The family is a secret cult of murderers who lure you in with easy money for watching their house for a few days.
Yet, when the cops came, they were barking at the door before the cops even reached the door. I don't know. Hell, I may never know what happened here tonight. I am coming back to get the rest of my things in the morning, and I will give you a final wrap-up, especially if I find anything out of the ordinary. I'm at a stop sign in a well-lit street writing this now. I will post when I get home, before I crash for the night. All that matters is that I'm okay, only very shaken up. The cops were there when I left, for those who were wondering. I gave them the gate code to lock up when they were done. I hauled it out of there quick, so they were gonna make sure tonight, since it's been the second consecutive night I've had that come. Different officers this time. I am at another stop, about 5 minutes out from the house. Just letting you know I'm not dead, and I'll be back soon. Give me a few to get home and settle in. I'm now in my own bed at home. I told my parents I'll tell them everything in the morning. It's easier for me to type it than actually speak it right now, for anyone wondering. There was nobody in or under my car, so I'm all clear there. Also, I barely looked out the front windshield all the way home. I was pretty much glued to the rearview mirror, seeing if I was being followed, but I didn't have a single car even remotely near me the whole way home. No doorbell at the house, no banging, no nothing. My dog barks at anything, even us, so if anyone or thing of any kind came near the door, we would know. It looks like I'm safe tonight. This has been one hell of a ride. I am going back in the morning, so check for a new thread tomorrow. Even if all is well and fine, I will still post just to give you all closure. It will probably be around noon, Texas time. That way, I'll sleep in a little, and be sure neighbors will be up and about to deter any more occurrences. It's OP here from last night, for my last checkup on the house. I'm out front in my car at the moment, and nothing seems unusual. I didn't want to come back, but the daytime makes it seem safe enough. I just walked in the back door, after looking around the backyard for a few minutes. The garage door was still open, and I peeked in just to find nothing once again. I also heard nothing last night, so I don't think it wants to bother me specifically. It just likes the house. I started doing some vacuuming when I noticed something strange in the kitchen. The string from the night before is gone. Now, this scared me initially, but I was thinking it might have come off when I came in the back door this morning. I didn't think to look for the string right off the bat. I looked around on the back porch and all in the kitchen to see if I inadvertently dragged it in somewhere else when I came in. But then I looked at the front door. no string. Now, it could have possibly come off when I opened the door for the cops last night, and if it was now somewhere in the front yard, chances are I would never find it. Here
Did
is
they
the part
actually
that
just go
truly
through the
has me
house,
scared.
taking all the strings
The
and put them
string for
back?
the sealed door is gone. I have no reasonable explanation for this. It is just gone. I didn't touch it, and there's no way the dogs or cops touched it. The cops never came in, but I might be regretting that decision now. This leaves only one possibility
I
left.
don't get how this is
Either
going to end.
It found a way in last night after I had left, or it has had access into the house this entire time, and I have been unaware. This is raising so many questions. I'm going to keep looking for the string and look for any possible explanations for what is going on. I'm looking all over the house, and I can't find anything. I'm about to take out the trash, then I'm considering just leaving. I don't think it's worth me staying here until they get back. I've already left a few messages on their phone this morning. I just stepped outside to take out the trash when I saw something that made my heart sink. The gate door that protects the sealed door was wide open. Now, this second door had been unlocked since I first checked on it in the back a few nights back, but I'm almost certain that it was tightly shut, so it was unable to be opened by the wind. There is a slight chance that I'm wrong, and it opened by itself, but even the wind, I don't think could do this. Plus, I checked the entire backyard when I showed up here, and it was closed. But this alone is nothing compared to what I found upon investigation.
The big reveal.
I walked to the door, dreading what I was going to find. As I slowly approached the door, I found something that I cannot explain.
They actually
String.
did pick up all three strings and put them back.
pieces hanging on the door. This was not there when I initially arrived.
Such
So
a
whatever has been doing
paranormal
this
thing to do.
is still here, watching. Even more frightening, a key was in the lock. I turned it, and the door was far from sealed. It opened with ease. So why would I be told that the door was sealed? They have said it has been for years, and I've known these people all my life. And also, I
It's
have
not a
watched
random
house for
family?
years without
Well,
any
that just makes it
incidents in the
creepy.
past. But this leads me to my final questions at the moment. Why hasn't it come in when I've been here? Or even worse, has it been coming in this entire time? What if it has been freely coming and going, watching me sleep every night since I've moved from the room that it could clearly watch me? Nothing has been stolen either, so does it simply like to watch? Does it get off on seeing me in fear? I am awaiting to hear from the owner shortly. I'll keep you updated.
Owner's
I'll
gonna
be
reveal
here.
they've been cursed
Sorry
since the
it's been a while.
1900s.
Their plane landed and they called me after hearing my message. Give me a few minutes to type things out, and then I'm going home. They'll be home in about an hour and a half, and I don't want to be here that much longer. Their phone call was far from comforting. The family called back and asked what was up since I didn't give them too many details in the messages I left. I talked to the wife and told her about what was happening leading up to today's events. They had no prior knowledge of any stalker-type figure, and they haven't encountered any issues like I've been having at the house. Then, I asked about the back door and it being sealed shut, like they told me years ago.
It doesn't
She
make
told me that they
sense.
haven't used the door in years, and they're not even sure where the key to it is anymore. They had 2 keys originally, one of which broke off in the lock a number of years ago. The other one went missing. She said that she must have dropped it outside or something. She wasn't quite sure where it was. She said that was at least 3 years ago. They never changed the lock since they never used the door, and haven't had any reason to replace it. They said they would let me know in the morning if anything weird happens, and they would drop off my money in the morning. She really didn't seem too worried. I don't think she fully understood or believed everything I told her, but I have the key now, and that's the only door that the key works with. The garage door is still a mystery. I'll leave it on the counter for them, and I'm about to leave. Maybe the key in the door with all the string was the Watcher's way of saying he was done here. Has he had that key since it was originally lost? I don't know. I may never know. I'm going back to the safety of my own home and hoping this is all over. I'll stick with this thread until all
Is
the
that
trust
it?
lost. But I doubt I will
Are you
hear of
kidding
any
me?
new occurrences. Thanks for those who stuck with me. It helped me keep my sanity.
What? What the fuck? Okay. Okay. Wait. Okay. Night 1. What happened night 1? Doorbell ring. Back door. Back door ring. What else? Wall bang. Dogs not barking. What else is weird? The strings being moved. Something else. The door being stuck in place even though it closes. A key being found 3 years later. And the family being cool. Doesn't make sense. It's a ghost. Oh well. That's, I guess that's okay. That's the only thing that makes sense. It was a person, the dogs will bark. It has to be a ghost. Why would a ghost need a key to a door that they can just open? Who knows? Maybe ghosts have rules they need to follow. Maybe they're just being polite. Maybe there just was a little trolly, a little goofy that week. Family's gone. The people they usually fuck with aren't here. They felt, betrayed. There was a little silly ghost. Okay, I don't know what this has to do with 4chan. Other than being posted. I guess it's just a message board after all.
Moving to house in the outback in South Australia in 2005. Pretty much every single person living in our street had only lived there for under 5 years, apart from an elderly couple that lived at the end of the street. This elderly couple had lived in the street for 40 years and raised their children in the street. They said strange things happened in the street, and a lot of people can't handle it and leave. They never really went into what scared people, just saying the whole street was haunted or something like that.
Old people
They did say
doing
that it started
meth. You
happening in
can't
the
take
early
that.
90s.
Get out the
First
kitchen,
experience I had
pal.
was a week after moving in. I heard a low-pitched humming sound coming from outside my
Oh,
bedroom
God.
window. When I looked out, I saw this tall black figure with long
Oh,
arms
gosh.
and long fingers, with no facial features.
That alone just fucking completely blew the ghost stalker out the window. Actually seeing something is
He was
different.
slightly transparent. He was backed up against the wall holding up the garage area of my house due to its height. He had to hunch over. I was looking out for around 5 seconds before it realized I was looking at it. It turned its head towards me, and I quickly ran away from the window and told my parents. My dad went out and saw nothing was there. I sketched what I saw. Pic related. I started hanging out with the neighborhood kids. We were all teenagers, and they told
Silly.
me their stories, and all described the same figures I had seen. One of the kids was Aboriginal, and we would go visit his grandfather a lot. He called the entities Mayamuya, which translated roughly to Stranger Man. He said that the Aboriginals in the area had been dealing with them long before the arrival of Europeans, and said that they weren't of this land, which kind of meant they didn't belong there or weren't native to there, and that they would take children away and eat them. He said that the Aboriginals cast them behind the creek, but since
It's so
the creek partially
spooky.
dried up, the
It's so
Mayamuya
spooky.
had once again been able to get into this town. The town that I lived in was built directly over the previous Aboriginal settlement. This Aboriginal tribe wasn't nomadic and had remained in a small area for over 1,000 years. One day, me and my friends were playing cricket out on a flat patch of desert in between the road and my house. The sun was setting, and as we were packing up our stuff, we noticed that there were people off in the distance approaching the road. The closer they got, the more details we could see. We noticed that they were fully black, tall, and weren't walking, but floating. We could also hear a low-pitched humming sound that got louder the closer they got. We bolted back to my house and told my parents, but my parents once again didn't believe us. I
Damn
hassled my
those
father enough
parents.
to drive down on his motorbike to the area we saw them approaching. After 9 minutes,
Okay, first of all, holy shit. They just got straight into the action. They're saying ghost spirits who kidnaps kids and holds garage doors open for whatever reason, whatever.
He came back to the house, visibly shaken, saying he saw them, and that I wasn't to go down there anymore. Every time I tried to get details on saying he saw them.
Wait,
After
what?
9 minutes, he came back to the house, visibly shaken,
Oh,
saying he saw them.
The father saw
And
it
that I
too.
wasn't to go down there anymore. Every time I tried to get details on what happened, he would always change the subject. One night I was coming home from a party with my friends, and as we passed the empty lot in the street, we saw these two small figures sitting on tree stumps, just staring at us.
Jesus
One was
Christ,
bigger
can
than
he
the
have
other,
a
and
normal
once again, we heard
evening?
a low-pitched humming sound. We were all high as fuck, and were just standing there, laughing, think we were tripping, until we realized that we were all seeing the same exact thing, and we couldn't all be hallucinating the same thing. One of my mates took a step towards the one closer to us, and when he did, it made this very deep growl. I had never heard anything like it. To make a long story short, we screamed and ran to my house. I'm mentioning this because unlike the tall figures I had seen, and I'd see them a lot at night, these things were completely physical and not transparent. They were shaped like babies, but didn't have a neck.
Fucking gangster
Now, this is where
ghost.
shit heats up. There used to be a group
They
of
didn't
kids
have
that
a
would take their
neck.
dirt bikes beyond the creek and would go riding way out in the desert. One day, they didn't come home, and everyone assumed they'd just gotten lost. They were found a week later, all 5 of them. They were alive, with no food and no water out in the Australian outback for a week. What scared me was what one of the younger kid's brothers had told me. He said that his brother had said that they saw a light out in the desert, and they felt compelled to follow it. He said he felt like he was in a trance, and they didn't stop following this light for the entire week they were out in the outback. He said no matter how far they kept traveling, they didn't seem to get anywhere close to it. He said if the farmer that found them hadn't have found them, they never would have stopped following the light, and eventually would have died. Anyway, getting to the final part of the story, so my mother had gotten sick of me being scared all the time and called her sister who lived in Adelaide to come visit. She's a psychic or something. So she comes down, and the moment she pulls up, she tells us not to tell her anything about what we have seen, and she's going to wander around the street for a while and come back and tell us what she saw.
She's gonna feel
When
it
she
like
came back, she
Ratatouille
was
when he
visibly
felt the
shaken.
ginger boy's
She told me
head.
that these things were unlike anything she had ever experienced,
That was fast.
and that she had also run into the spirit of an old Aboriginal woman. The woman told her that her tribe were a split-off group from the Tharawal, and came to the area that would become the town I lived in to escape the Mayamuya. But the Mayamuya followed them. The woman then showed her horrific images of these things slaughtering Aboriginal children and eating them through a small slit in their mouth. The woman then told
Yeesh.
her she drowned herself in the creek so she would act as a spiritual barrier to keep the Mayamuya out. She said this
How did
worked
it
until a
work?
pyramid-shaped pathway was built facing the way the Mayamuya had come from.
Traitors.
This allowed them to come in once again, not the fact that the creek had dried up. The Aboriginal woman led my auntie down the path to show her something even more
Who
terrifying.
built the damn triangle?
After eating the small
Illuminati.
children, they would rebirth these kids to be their minions or some shit. My auntie said these things were completely physical and live out in the desert, and sometimes come into the town for food. She said these things are harmless and mainly just keep an eye on people for Mayamuya. My auntie became confused, and said if they were killing children just to make them into spies, then what was their motive in the first place? It was explained to her that the Mayamuya just seemed intent on inflicting pain and suffering.
Oh my
on
god, they're
people.
just
She
assholes.
said that they rape women and men alike, make
Yeah,
women
oh,
miscarriage,
what the
cause
fuck?
accidents, and kill the weak.
They're
Despite
just
this, they
assholes.
seem to have a very personal vendetta against the Aboriginal woman's tribe, and seem intent on wiping them out. This is why they remain focused on the town. My auntie came to the conclusion that the Mayamuya aren't human spirits and aren't spirits at all. She believed that they were a physical reproducing race of beings that are most likely aliens. She said she had heard of similar beings all around the world. After hearing all of this, we put the house on the market and began preparations.
Yeah, I
to
wouldn't stay
leave.
on that street
A couple
either.
days before we
The
left,
old couple
I
was
went on
right.
one last motorbike ride where my father had told me not to go. While riding along the dirt path, I saw this rock on the side of the path. It was weird because it looked like it was smoothed down a bit and had some markings on it. I don't know if it's related at all to what had been happening. I personally think it's someone playing a joke because none of the engravings on it are Aboriginal, and the engravings on it are all over the place. Anyway, I took it with me when we moved, pick related. So yeah, this is my experience with the paranormal. Thought I'd share it with you all, and it'd be great if someone else had any experience like this that they could share.
It's cold as fuck now. Not because of ghosts and spirits, just because I turned the air on. Ouch. Oh, the children eating thing isn't gone. Okay. Good thing these pesky entities stopped appearing when people started carrying camera phones everywhere. It's probably safe now. Oh, they didn't take the pictures, their parents did. What? They got pictures of the shadows.
OP begins answering
Jesus
questions
Christ,
that
I
other
would start
users have,
shooting.
either debating story details or verifying his actions. But the beings that OP described ends up evoking reactions from other users.
That's
Apparently,
pretty
OP
weird to see
wasn't
in
the
your
only
bathroom
person
at
to
night.
witness these things. I live in Alaska, and I used to see these things in my backyard for years before I moved. They would always be hiding behind trees and shit, and I could only catch little glimpses of them, like moving behind a tree,
What
so
the?
I
So they're
wouldn't
just
see.
all over the
I have
world.
so many stories of these
That's-
damn things.
It's
and
weird.
It freaks me out that they get into your house. They used to mess with me from the time I was like 6 years old, but I haven't seen them in about 3 years. It's probably not just exclusive to one location. I've posted quite a few stories about them, but no one ever seems interested. Last time I saw one was when my son was just born, and I woke up in the middle of the night to him whimpering, and I look over, and there is this tall, dark shadow standing over his crib. It didn't have a neck, and its arms hung almost to the floor. I must have made a sound or something because it looked right at me, hunched its shoulders like it was trying to scare me. Then, it kind of disappeared. That's not the first time, but I hope it's the last.
Jeez, bro, spirits
Sorry
are
if this
weird.
is all jumbled up. I'm shaking trying to write this all out. This picture really fucks with me.
Why can't spirits just be
The same
normal?
user
Is that
goes
illegal
on
in
to
the spirit
describe his
realm or whatever?
experiences. First time I ever saw anything paranormal, it was one of these. For years after that, they kept fucking with me, and I started telling my sisters about the tall man, how he could look into second floor windows, and that's why we needed to keep the windows covered up at night. I almost forgot that until now. 6 years old, live in a trailer in the middle of the woods, laying in bed with my mom because I had developed a fear of the dark and severe insomnia. The way her room was laid out was that the foot of her bed was pointing toward the master bathroom door. Bathroom door was open. Nightlight thing was on. Mom and I are talking about spiritualist stuff. I start to feel really weird, and the air gets weird, thick. Out of the corner of my eye, I see exactly what is in OP's picture, yet half hidden behind a door. No facial features, long arms, just pops around the corner and stares at me for about 3 seconds. I ask my mom if there was anyone in the bathroom. She says no. I shut my eyes and throw the blankets over my head, and I'm just crying hysterically.
I think this is going to give me a new fear of random long shadows. Oh, brother.
Now, I have a phobia of open doors at night.
It's a pretty
And
funny
the most fucked
phobia.
up thing is that it's not just these guys that are messing with me. I mean, maybe some of it I can understand that I'm being paranoid. And I still have insomnia, and I absolutely cannot sleep without
Yo,
having
what's
a
up,
movie
Kobe?
or
We're learning
podcast
about.
with headphones in.
I gotta explain what we're learning about. Originally, I was learning about 4chan, and I somehow came to creepy posts on 4chan. A dead body, alien government cover-ups, people watching me through cameras, a ghost who stole a key, and now we're on dark shadows who eat children.
I have sleep paralysis at least twice a week.
Just a quick
with
gist, a
and
rundown.
without the shadows. I just feel like I'm going crazy, and it's having a really bad effect on my life in general.
Yeah.
6 months ago, have one
Yeah,
of those loft bunk bed desk things.
Holy,
'cause I'm sharing a
holy, we
room
got
with
the
my
follow.
son at the time.
Holy.
His bunk bed levels.
That
with
follow
mine
just saved you
across
from the
room.
tall man. He's
Wake
not
up.
going to come and get you now.
Get that nasty, static, thick noise air bullshit going on. instant anxiety. I know I should check on my son who's asleep, but I absolutely cannot bring myself to turn over to look across the room. After a battle, I finally managed to turn over. There are shapes on my son's top bunk. He sleeps on the bottom, and they are like liquid moving, like rising and falling.
So
I
weird.
freeze and just stare, zoning out completely. I hear whispery but loud voices, like far away in my head, telling me to talk, but I can't. I put another podcast on, turn over and try to fall asleep, and not 5 minutes later, there is a laughing and kind of growling sound. I can feel the...
Why would you keep your son in that house? I would leave. Maybe they couldn't leave. Such a weird thing to experience. I don't think I experienced any ghost. I think I was paranoid one year, like 2019. I thought an old lady was trying to murder me. Everybody called me crazy, so that was an interesting point in my life. I also had sleep paralysis. Yeah, that's about it.
This
Nothing
thing
super-
standing beside my bed.
Nothing too
watching
crazy for me.
Blankets start to tug at the foot of the bed, reverting back to a kid. That nasty dread ball in the pit of my stomach feeling. Fight or flight kicks in, and I start thrashing and kicking on my bed, just moving around as much as possible to scare whatever it is away.
I don't think
tell
that
it
would
to go the
scare a
hell
ghost.
away, whatever it is. Flip open my laptop for light, and duck my head down in case it isn't gone. Basically, fall down the ladder, and flip on the switch to the light. Whatever it is gone now, and I leave the light on, and the door wide open. I turned on all my lights in the house that night, and stayed up watching movies.
I have never experienced a ghost physically doing something to me. My dog barked in an empty house when we were alone one time or 2 times. But my dog is she just doesn't like cars. That explained it. She doesn't like garage noise. Yeah. I have never had anything physically happen to me to experience a ghost.
With this poster's information, it causes someone else to post a link from an alien discussion thread from 2010. And
How the
users
fuck do
on
we
this
get
forum
to aliens?
describe their experiences with rather similar events. When my 35-year-old son was 15, he and a mate and our dog went camping in the Riverland of South Australia. They had set up camp late afternoon, lit a fire when nearly dark, and were cooking a meal when they saw a very tall, 7 to 8 foot black thing walking towards them. Scared the wits out of them and the dog. They dropped what they were holding and left everything.
Oh,
and
if the
ran
dog
across
was
golf
scared,
course to
yeah,
get
you should
home
run.
as quickly as they could. I opened the front door to urgent pounding, and in they almost fell, pale, out of breath, so much so that they couldn't talk properly. I was shocked to see my son in this state because he was always a calm, level-headed, not much to say type of person. On telling me what had happened, I didn't question them at once, as seeing him in that state was enough for me to lock all the windows and doors and hope that the thing hadn't followed them home. He was the most skeptical person on the planet. On questioning them, to rule out the possible normal explanations, they said they felt like they were in danger. The impression on them was it had a purpose walking straight at them, and the dog was growling with its fur raised, which made them run. It came from the direction of the lake, and it made no sound, as in walking on leaves or small sticks that are everywhere. I told them that it was probably a person in a wetsuit coming from skiing, but they said they would have heard the boat. They were positive it was nothing ordinary, that it was too tall and too skinny, and it made no sound. They did not see a face. The next morning, I rang my brother-in-law to come with us to pick up their gear, if it was still there. Gear was exactly as they left it, and we looked for ages and found no footprints. To this day, my son refuses to go camping. With all of these descriptions being laid out, the similarities can be disturbing. However,
A tall
the
black
list of Australia's
figure
reported cryptids
standing
seems
in the
infinite.
corner of your eyes,
With all of these details
watching you.
and stories over the years and images being posted, there is one possibility that needs to be remembered. They're just lying.
Oh, well, I got trolled.
On January 19th, 2022, I shot myself in the head while on 300 micrograms.
That just
LSD.
took a jump. What?
Hello, everyone. A little background. I'm just a guy in his early 20s who has had a major polysubstance addiction since I was 14. I tend to mix substances of all sorts.
How do you survive that?
Including Z drugs like Ambien with alcohol and Xanax. Extremely dangerous combos for most, but for some reason, my body has always been able to handle it. But that is besides the point. I have been
My
a heavy
Twitch
LSD user all my life.
Custom graphics. Can you? Let's see. Let's see. Can you draw? This is what I need for custom graphics. This is all I need. Spooky. In that same format, with that same smiling face, in the exact same marker I used, on the exact same page, in the exact same notebook.
When others say to quote-unquote hang up the phone when the message is heard, I tended to like to force myself back into pure
My
nightmare
Discord.
trips
Okay.
on purpose. Each time
It's,
feeling stronger and stronger, as I can literally ignore the terrible things that go on around
It's,
me.
where is it? How do I get it? Yeah, there. Oh, I can't. I gotta go through the app. I think I gotta go through the Twitch. That should really let you. Can I just control P? Nope. Okay. Can I do it here? No. Oh, that's not even the right thing. Yeah. It's not copying it. Well, worth a try, I guess. Get that out of there. Yeah.
While I am tripping.
Yeah.
I have over roughly 550 heavy LSD trips under my belt, and one time in particular forever changed my view. Before we get into it, I am going to answer some obvious questions. Question:
Let's see. Let's see this portfolio. 100%. How do you add people? No. I don't know how you add people. Oh, I hit add friend. Was that it? I think that was the right one.
1. You were on LSD. Are you sure you didn't trip yourself out into thinking you actually pulled the trigger? Answer: yes. I am absolutely sure. I have genuinely been doing LSD multiple times a month for a very, very long time
Uh-oh.
now.
Okay. Let's see the portfolio. Let's go.
I know the difference between genuine disconnection from reality and what I actually did. I also have done DMT, 4-HO, and a plethora of other tryptamines and RC chemicals. I am extremely used to this headspace, to the point where I don't even laugh or do anything most other people do while on it. Nearly every single time, it has been by myself, reading and watching documentaries. On January 19th, 2022, I decided to take 300 micrograms of LSD.
The LSD post needs to wait. Are these overlays? I'm pretty sure I already have these. Yeah. I have these. Yeah, I don't think I need anything. Okay.
While reading further into political and philosophical material, as I had been doing on trips for a while now, I also had decided to start listening to Russian number stations while on the material to see if there was any sort of interaction with ham radio and LSD. Into the trip, my life became a real nightmare scenario. This sort of thing has never happened to me. I have been on terror trips, but nothing like where posts on the internet began talking directly to me, mentioning things only something like the federal government or the CIA would know. All of a sudden, posts on Reddit, Twitter, 4chan, YouTube, etc., they all started morphing into what felt like purely satanic energy. I was seeing pentagrams and sigils forming from the channel icons, and other subliminal MK Ultra-like shit. The posts on the internet began talking about an alien invasion, saying things like, "We are here already," and I felt an actual gravitational attraction from outside, and even the images on the internet themselves started pulling me in. I have never felt this sort of thing, even on DMT, or any combination of MDMA with psychedelics or any other crazy mix that I have done. It felt like this thing attracting was interdimensional.
Pretty
and it had
serious
a pull
drugs.
to it. It was telepathically communicating, trying to convince me it loved me, or that it was God.
Isn't this the plot to Lane? Isn't this a God in the internet fucking with you? I'm pretty sure that's the plot to Lane.
And I needed to go into the light/gravitational pull.
Okay, yeah, this is
Felt
just the
like
plot
mind
to Lane.
control.
Okay.
The internet was still working, but it was practically hijacked by this extremely malevolent force.
Literally, now that I said that, the weight of this is out the window. This is just the plot to Lane. The headshot, suicide.
I did not want to go down either choice it gave me because it felt like a trap. Both choices would lead to some sort of insane hive mind. So, I took the pistol that was at my desk. I always have a hollow point in the chamber. Trigger safety only, no other safeties. I put it in my mouth, and I pulled the trigger. Instantly, I saw my entire existence fill up with an extremely white bright light. I had no choice whether to go to it or not.
He's
It
going
just
to the
consumed
Wired.
me. And next thing I know, after a millisecond of that white light, I was back at my desk, and things were, literally, going back to normal. The round was back in the chamber, but the gun was in my mouth like it was before, and I let go, and the evil force was gone. Mostly. Keep in mind that this all happened under an hour in my trip, so me going back to normal was not me coming down, because I was only 2 or 3 hours in by that point. After that, posts on 4chan started to try
Okay, I don't think he actually shot. It was in his head.
until it fades out.
I witnessed a mass NPC conversion when I was a kid, as if this is Skyrim. Okay.
I did this last night, and I accidentally stumbled upon my own memory of the past that I had forgotten about.
Okay, now they're just fucking with me. Something in Afghanistan. This is 4chan. Okay. All right. It seems cool.
Project Chinology was so insane that it sparked a brutal war between some of the most powerful entities known to mankind. It paved the way for 4chan's Anonymous to become one of the main voices of the internet.
We are anonymous. We are legion. We do not forgive. We do not forget. Expect us.
And it uncovered some of the deepest and darkest secrets of the Church of Scientology. Both organizations did their finest to defeat the other, but only one group in the end could come out and actually say they were victorious. Strap in, because this story will take us on a wild ride that will rewind time back to 2008, when things were simpler and Project
What is science? What did they say? Scientology? What is Scientology? Scientology. The studies of science. You have come from a tiny speck of dust. Scientology. 2017, 13.5 million. State of Scientology. Tom Cruise is part of. No. I thought Tom Cruise was a fake person or movie character. Holy shit, his name is Thomas Cruise? The organization is recruiting celebrities. They're gathering celebrities. After being recognized, what is it? Bugging device in an IRS conference room. Yo, they getting too into the matrix with this shit. Operation Snow White was the Church of Science name for Project 118. They just fucking did an Alt 4. This isn't telling me what it is. Epic celebration. Why aren't they telling me what it is? A religion system based on the seeking of self-knowledge, spiritual fulfillment through graded courses of study and training. What does that mean? You read a book, and it has a moving. What they want to. Okay.
Technology was on the horizon of being something great.
Okay. Religions, am I right?
The Church of Scientology would be enigmatic for many years, stealthily
Bro, is that Doki Doki Literature Club background
staying
music?
quiet outside the spotlight of the general public. Although Scientology would soon become a common household name when various top-tier celebrities and high-profile individuals
There's
began
Tommy
to get
Boy.
intertwined in the group. Tom Cruise, a well-known A-list celebrity, got deeply involved within the Scientology
He
community.
deep in this science shit.
What made it interesting, though, is his need to share his love for Scientology and religious awakening with the world. Tom Cruise became Scientology's biggest advocate, although people began to question his sanity when he would have these bizarre appearances. He quickly made headlines across the globe during his appearance on the Oprah show,
Winfrey?
embarrassing himself in one of the most unique ways possible.
How? Oprah! Oprah! Oprah!
First of all, thanks for coming to my Legends Ball with Katie. Was that the best fun? Was that? Yes, yes. What has happened to you? I've never seen you behave this way before. I know. Have you ever felt this way before?
You just a little silly. He's just silly right now. He's meeting Oprah. Who wouldn't be a little silly with Oprah?
What was the question again?
Here he goes again, little
I'm a hugger, you know what?
little goofy.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
You've been hugged by Tom. You've been hugged.
I don't know. Little silly, little goofy Tom.
Even though he
A little
quickly
Coke,
became
maybe.
the laughingstock of the
Mm-hmm.
internet,
Little line before Oprah.
it only seemed to
Never
make
hurt
it more
anybody.
sporadic and unreasonable. Tom Cruise thought of himself as awakened
Yeah,
through
he's
what
just
he
happy.
learned in his experiences with Scientology. He even explained this in another irregular interview.
I think it's a privilege to call yourself a Scientologist, and it's something that you have to earn. And because
No way.
Scientology
Mission
does,
Impossible music. Why
when
he's
I read
saying
it,
this?
I just went, this is it. This is exactly it.
Why did they call him crazy for acting happy?
And I thought, oh, what a beautiful thing, because maybe one day it'll be like that. You know what I'm saying? Maybe one day it will be that. Wow, SPs, like, they'll just read about those in the history books, you know? You know, it's rough and tumble. And it's wild and woolly, and it's a blast.
Why is he describing it like it's an upcoming movie?
It really is fun.
That look in his eyes.
Even though Tom Cruise helped bring Scientology to the
character.
mainstream media, its teachings were still unknown to the average person. There was one more final push that really got people to understand what Scientology was all about.
Chapter 2, South Park. What does South Park have to do with Scientology?
South Park released an episode called Trapped in the Closet, which was essentially dedicated to making fun of Tom Cruise and the Church of Scientology. Although this gave the public exposure to the unusual ideology that Scientology was fundamentally built on.
Spiritual awakenings.
The producers of South Park thought the beliefs were so insane that they even had to put labels on some parts of the episode which read, "This is what Scientologists actually believe."
I don't get it. Only thing they
The
said
episode
was...
wound up being a massive success, even compared to
I thought it was something about spiritual awakening. There's more to this. Scientology. Oh, beliefs. Based on the belief that human beings are immortal, that a person's life experience transcends a single lifetime, and that human beings possess infinite capabilities. To each their own, I guess. Man is basically good. Sort of pushing it after what we've just watched. Okay. Okay, Scientologist.
other South Park episodes, which are all also wildly successful. This one, in particular, is ranked in the top 10 South Park episodes of all time. Soon, people from all walks of life now knew what Scientology was all about, and a vast majority thought it was absolutely ridiculous. This episode was the birthplace of all types of memes, which would make Scientology even more of a mockery than it already was.
So the bad part
People on the
comes
internet
in.
were even creating websites that made fun of Scientology and its beliefs. One of the main actors on the show, Isaac Hayes, would condemn South Park for making fun of his religion, which was Scientology. This controversial clash would catch the attention of news agencies, making this specific episode blow up even more than it already did. Like most fads on the internet, it was just a matter of time until the Scientology memes and disdain were to fade away back into obscurity. Although, this is where the Church of Scientology made a fatal mistake, one which would cement itself as one of the biggest missteps in internet history.
They told a bunch of
decided
people
do
to
the
spiritually
unthinkable
awaken.
and fight back against the internet's fun. They claimed that some of the photos used in sites and forum posts infringed on their copyrighted material and demanded that it be taken down. They even got some of the Tom Cruise videos taken down from YouTube, claiming that they were both pirated and edited.
Copyright.
Scientology then threatened legal action against anyone who defies them. This would only anger the
bunch of
internet,
losers
deepening the
now. They
animosity
lost all
towards the Church of
respect.
Scientology. Websites and forum posts were still taken down, some out of fear of litigation and others by force. Although the internet was working overtime, and the speed of new content would be too fast for the Church of Scientology to handle.
They lost the war with the trolls. Now they're in pure darkness.
Soon, a change in atmosphere around the subject of Scientology would occur, as one specific website would come to fruition. This
Which
website
was
is called The Unfunny Truth About
Unfunniness.
Scientology.
No
And
more
instead
funny.
of memeing or making fun of the religion, it goes over some of the more serious controversies. The website is essentially a video slideshow of some of the church's misbehaviors, along with some of their extreme beliefs. One belief in
Wait,
particular
what?
reveals-
Okay, this is just getting worse and worse. A convicted fraud stolen 200 mil from the church. He died in hiding, a fugitive.
along with some of their extreme beliefs.
Not looking very good for
One belief in
Scientologists.
particular is that anyone who isn't part of the church should be injured without repercussions. The website details some of the gruesome deaths people have had after getting involved in Scientology, and all of the deaths seem to be pointing towards Scientology's wrongdoings. Lisa McPherson was a huge donor to the Church of Scientology and
Jeez.
an active member.
What is with
She was later
cults?
brought to a hospital by the Church of Scientology after staying on their grounds for some time. They made sure to take a long detour to find a hospital with a Scientologist doctor. When she finally got there, she was pronounced dead with cockroach bites all over her body. She was also underweight, extremely dehydrated, and with multiple bruises. Josephus Havneth was another unfortunate member of the Church of Scientology. After being prescribed unknown medications and checking into a hotel to visit one of the main churches, there seemed to be flooding coming from his room. He was later found dead in the bath after multiple days with burns all over his body.
Oh my god, they tortured
The
him.
water was supposedly so hot that it burnt right through his clothes. There was but one note outside his room that solemnly said, "Sleeping." The website also details one of the grim ways Scientologists usually fund their organization. They would extract all or most of the money from their victims, selling them packages to, quote, help them. The victim would either fall into their own demise, or the Church of Scientology would do its best to make sure there was no one left after their money was fully extracted, whether that be they die or get absorbed into the organization. This website illustrated that the Church of Scientology was pure evil, and that they would be getting away with both murder and the destruction of people's lives. But how did they do this, especially without getting caught? They would use scare tactics, and most importantly, leagues of highly qualified legal teams.
Curse the law.
Essentially, they saw themselves as untouchable. Well, so they thought.
And that's when the
4chan soon
saviors
caught
of
wind of this
4chan
website.
stepped
Along
in.
with all of the censoring Scientology was attempting to enforce on the internet, One anonymous user was upset that this was going on without any repercussions and wanted to use the power of 4chan to do something about it. I think it's time for B to do something big. People need to understand and not to fuck with B, and talk about nothing for 10 minutes, and expect people to give their money to an organization that makes absolutely no fucking sense. I'm talking about hacking or taking down the official Scientology website. It's time to use our resources to do something we believe is right. It's time to do something big again, B. Talk amongst each other, find a better place to plan it, and then carry out what can and must be done. It's time, B.
Why did he just give a fucking call out like this was Overwatch?
This post was met with some backlash, as many users on 4chan thought this was mission impossible.
You get it?
The
Because
Church of
Tom
Scientology
Cruise
was simply just too strong. They had money, lawyers, and power. Along with this, there was a growing divide within the 4chan community. Some of the older users only wanted to troll for a quick laugh, while the other new users wanted to use 4chan's trolling for the betterment of society. Even with a fragmented community, the thought of war with Scientology marinated in their heads. On the very next day, another post would be uploaded, but this one would be much stronger. On 15-1-08, war was beginning. Scientology's site is already under heavy bombardment. It's loading quite slowly, but this is just the tip of the iceberg, the first assault, and many to follow. We're winning a minor victory, but without the united support of the Chans, Scientology will brush off this attack, and it will be doomed to nothing more than an entry in ED. 4chan, answer the call.
4chan,
Join
answer the
Legion
call.
against Scientology.
Join the Legion against
Help its
Scientology.
demise.
Help it in its demise.
And
And its long-awaited doom, for we
decades,
shall
this tyranny has
rise.
existed, corrupting the minds of the weak.
2000.
Although hilarious,
When
it's
was
rather
this?
pathetic. We must destroy this
2008.
evil and replace it with a greater one. Chanology. For when we are victorious, the Chans will stand united in a new
The
chapter of
Chans.
anonymous existence and batshit insanity. We will have begun our world takeover. If we can destroy Scientology, we can destroy whatever we like. The world would be but our plaything. Do the right thing, 4chan. Become not just part of this war, become an epic part of it. The largest of the Chans, you hold the key to manpower. What the Legion is in desperate need of. Forward Anonymous. United. We are...
Is this whole thing just two fucking groups of crazy people going after each other? That would be hilarious.
Legion. We are unstoppable. TLDR, we're taking down Scientology. Join up, or GTFO.
Okay.
This call to action and announcement of war brought the 4chan community together for a common cause. Instead of the wild speculation from the day before, now the community was fired up and ready to absolutely destroy the Church of Scientology. Soon after, a video was released by Anonymous on February 15th, 2008, publicly declaring war on the Church of Scientology.
Hello, leaders of Scientology. We are Anonymous.
Uh-oh.
Over the years, we have been watching
camps.
your campaigns of misinformation, your suppression of dissent, your litigious nature. All of these things have caught our eye. With the leakage of your latest propaganda video into mainstream circulation, the extent of your malign influence over those who have come to trust you as leaders has been made clear to us. Anonymous has therefore decided that your organization should be destroyed. For the good of your followers. For the good of mankind.
Badass
and for our
background
enjoyment,
music.
We shall proceed to expel you
OST
from the
being
internet and
played.
systematically dismantle the Church of Scientology in its present form.
Soon, everything associated with Scientology began to feel the intense wrath of 4chan. Their websites were under heavy DDoS attacks. Unpaid pizzas and taxis were sent to their buildings. Their call centers were even hit with the music of Rick Ashley. And they even received faxes of black pieces of paper to waste all of their ink.
Oh my god, so
Scientologists were
devious.
flustered. Since the attacks were anonymous and coming from people from around the globe, there was no clear target for their lawyers. Some anonymous users even attempted to go incognito mode and infiltrate the church's ranks from the inside. Although these intrusions weren't necessarily physically harmful, it was doing some damage to the mental state, patience, and operations of the Church of Scientology. 4chan seemed to have found a weakness in their armor and was continuing to attack the Scientologists with full force. They made it so that when someone searched up information on Scientology, they would be met with links that would describe it as dangerous or a brainwashing cult. There was one glaring issue with 4chan's various attacks. Without a serious plan, their continuous aggression would never create a big blow to Scientology. 4chan would only be more of an annoyance than anything. What they needed is a leader, someone to push them in the right direction, to inflict maximum damage to their adversary. That's when Mark Bunker of Xeno TV, who is also an anti-Scientology activist, made a video
steps up
addressing
to the
4chan.
plate.
Bunker shared his extensive knowledge of how to do some real damage to the Church of Scientology.
Don't just
Instead of
send
4chan's
cheese
disorganized
pizzas.
offenses,
Send
he
meat
recommended
lovers.
specifically where they should focus all of their efforts.
Hi, this is Mark Bunker from Xenu TV. I've been hearing from a lot of members of Anonymous and a lot of other people asking me, well, what do you think about Anonymous? First off, I think it's incredibly exciting to have an army of young, passionate people wanting to do something about Scientology's fraud and abuse. Really is exciting. However, I think you're making some major mistakes that are going to hurt in the long run. It may seem like fun and games, but Scientology is serious.
If you go against Scientologists, you better be fucking prepared. No more trolling with cheese pizzas. We're going to the big leagues. Fucking DoorDash.
You shouldn't be doing things that are illegal.
I don't think DoorDash was a thing at the time.
Say, well, we're all anonymous. They're not going to get us. If they get one of us, there'll be 10 other who stand up. Well, that's good for you, but how about the ones who get caught? I am concerned about that. I don't know how long you can keep attacking their websites and keeping their sites down. You may be able to do it for weeks or months. You're not going to keep them off the net forever. But a better way to attack them would be get rid of their tax-exempt status. That's going to hurt them. It sounds dull, but that's going to hurt them.
What does that even mean?
On the street and protesting, handing out leaflets. I saw a couple people in a video in Manhattan the other day who were doing that. Wonderful. That's wonderful. Speak out, be strong, and do it smart. Don't do things that are illegal.
After the video was found by 4chan, Mark Bunker would receive the new nickname of Wise Beard Man and was taken in with open arms as commander-in-chief for this battle. 4chan decided to take Wise Beard Man's advice, and soon, real-life protests began to be planned. Not long after, 4chan's Anonymous released another video.
Be very wary of the 10th of February. Anonymous invites you to join us in an act of solidarity. Anonymous invites you to take up the banner of free speech, of human rights, of family and freedom. Join us in protest outside of Scientology centers worldwide. We are Anonymous. We are Legion. We do not forgive. We do not forget. We will be heard.
Such a badass line to say to somebody.
It was finally time to show the world the monstrous things that Scientology has done.
Of course, it's in New York,
and as
of
the
all
date
places.
approached, users throughout the internet spread the news. Soon, many internet enjoyers from various communities would temporarily join the ranks of 4chan to help in efforts to fight Scientology. The Church of Scientology would take these threats extremely seriously. They released a multitude of statements regarding the video and the planned protests alike. This weekend, we do anticipate that some members of the group, Anonymous, will turn up, as they have announced. We take this seriously because of the nature of the threats that this group has made publicly.
Cyber terrorists.
We will take every step necessary to protect our parishioners and staff, as well as members of the community, in coordination with the local authorities. As to our knowledge of the organizers of the event, they are cyber terrorists who hide their identities behind masks and computer anonymity. Anonymous alleged free speech justification is believed by the fact that the video in question has been seen by millions. It is Anonymous that has repeatedly attempted to suppress free speech through illegal assaults of the church websites, as to prevent internet users from obtaining information from the church. They have also engaged in other harassment, including threats of violence in telephone calls, fax transmissions, and emails, and not to mention the anonymous mailing of white powder to dozens of our churches, requiring the services of law enforcement. Religious bigotry of any nature is deplorable and profoundly affects the entire community. The hate crimes of Anonymous should be condemned. The Church of Scientology did its utmost to label the internet goers and 4chan's Anonymous as cyber terrorists. They wanted to get ahead of the curve in case the protests actually occurred, especially if it would eventually reach mainstream media. They wanted to frame themselves as the victims to sway public opinion in their favor. Along with this, the organization also wanted to deter people from actually coming to the event in hopes the protest would be just another internet flop. Although,
seems like
unbeknownst
such
to
a
them at the
villain thing to
time,
do.
It was already too late for the Church of Scientology. Their efforts would prove to be unfruitful.
Scientology is much more dangerous. News 10's Dan Klein reports some spent the day in protest.
Patrick Bateman. So I assume they won.
This is not about the personal beliefs and ideas of Scientology and the people who practice it. This is about the ethics that the management and the people in charge of Scientology practice. This is for Lisa McPherson and everyone else who's died at the hands of Scientology.
We are anonymous, and we're protesting the illegal actions of Scientology Church. We have no problem with their beliefs in and of themselves, but we don't want to support their illegal activities any further.
The event was a massive success. Around 7,000 internet users from around the world in 100 different cities gathered near Scientology buildings to protest and to shine some light upon some of their wrongdoings. Most of them wore Guy Fawkes masks to show their allegiance to 4chan's anonymous group. Even after the initial protests, there would be plans to continue for the next few months. These other protests would also be successful, with a planned protest happening a couple times a month. The Church of Scientology did its best to fight back. They hired private investigators to dox some of the protesters, and they attempted to sue various individuals that were identified. They would also lure protesters onto the Scientology property to get them in trouble with the law for trespassing. They even slashed tires, destroyed property, threw eggs at protesters, and Scientologists even went as far as supposedly killing one of the protesters' pets.
Holy shit.
Although, luckily, many of the Scientologists' attempts to get protesters in trouble with the law would prove to fall short. Overall, Project Chanology was a massive success. 4chan's elite group, Anonymous, was now on the horizon of becoming something notable in history. They were mostly known for their trolling, but now, society saw them as much more than just that.
With Chanology Anonymous, which collected different individuals on the internet, they organized to engage.
Okay, I assume they won against Scientology.
The protest brought Scientology to the main spotlight of the media, which is what the church wanted to avoid at all costs. Along with this, the public saw Scientology as the protests. They still possess some of their tax exemptions. That's when you really do some damage to them. Anyways, thanks for watching. If you
Okay.
liked the video.
I guess 4chan is some good, some bad. Just a lot of weird things on there. No clue. Pokemon time. A game that I still haven't beaten. I don't even remember what I was doing. Other than enslaving animals, I guess. I don't know. Oh. Go, NBA young boy. What do I have? Bucktooth Becky. Pecco Pecco Pecco. Damn Just Bird. Bud and NBA young boy. That seems about me. What? Bud is evolving? Evolving into what? This is such a shocker. Oh, how overcome with joy I am. Okay. Let me out this damn grass. I feel like I'm stuck in eternal hell. I'm free from my shackles. Holy shit. How do I get off this bike? Pokemon controls cannot be this difficult. Okay. Oh, okay, I hold it. What is that? Turbo mode? Oh. Badges. I'm only on the third. Okay. I'm here. This is where I need to be. It's looking like it. Go, NBA young boy, use Flame Wheel. It's a crit. Certified platinum. What purpose was cutting down a tree? Do I get berries? No. Okay. Nothing? Cool. Cool, 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 cool. Cool, 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 cool. They're gonna... Why is it going this way? What did I press? Why is it doing that? This is a one-way track. They're gonna fight me. Oh, no, they're not. They're normal. They're normal Pokemon trainers. Okay. That was easy. Talk to me. Learn how to shift gears, you'll be able to ride anywhere. Is that what I did? Shift gears? Is that why I keep moving back? Oh wow, you got a bike. You can ride down Cycling Road and end up in the Heartthrown City. It's a fast and fun ride. You should check it out. Am I going backwards? No. It says I need to be here. Rest them up. I got nothing. I'm not a real trainer. Sorry. I guess I was going down the right way. How do I pull out the bike? It automatically comes out. Do I talk to you? Go through Mount Corner from here. You can know as far as you should try decorating your ball capsule. I want to win a badge. I don't care about beauty contests. Sorry. Lucas. Hey, how's your Pokédex coming along? Me, I'm doing great as always. Not. It's not important. I've been experimenting with a couple of neat tools. Does this matter? I'm gonna choose right. Put the Versus Seeker in your bag. Yeah. You can find trainers who want to battle again with you again. I use it. Is this it? This is me. This is me on drugs. This is your brain. This is your brain on meth. Oh, there's the item. It doesn't stay open. Well, that sucks. Damn it! Go for it, my Pokemon. You can't just stop people and jump them like this. Now, if I start swinging on these kids, then I'm in the wrong. But no, I'm gonna let NBA Youngboy handle it. This is a bad matchup, right? I want to try to take out the pony first. Okay, it did nothing. Okay, they do nothing. They're jumping young boy. What is stun for? Let's paralyze it. Oh, paralysis doesn't work on the electric squirrel. Should have seen that coming. He's paralyzed. I don't think he can move. Damn it, young boy's been useless. Okay, they're done. They try ambushing me and they got their Pokemon and beat the fuck up. Wham wham, losers. Yeah, give me the money. Give me the money so I can go. This old man is gonna try to stop and fight me. Damn it. Every single time. My paralysis carried over. Easy peasy. Easy peasy, easy peasy. I gotta switch leaders. Young boy can't take front lines anymore. Come on, damn just bird. Big damage. Not at all. Okay. 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 That's mildly annoying. I would have just took damage. Wait. Okay. This isn't going how I expected it to go. Thought it was going to be an easy sweep. Damn, he's confusing me again. I'm glad me from a year ago decided to level up a little bit. This could have been bad. Yeah, Justin, suck it. How do I pull out my bike? I don't know how. Oh, left, right. Double click, anything? I don't know. Oh, he's healed up. Should I slide down? I want to slide down. Talk to me. This isn't where I'm supposed to be. Oh, I was supposed to go through the cave. Mega turbo boost away. Can I go this way? I can't. Can I crawl back up? Oh shit, you can. That physically shouldn't be possible. One tap. Should I catch it? I gotta catch them all. Might as well. It was such a weak throw. Boom. 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 Nice. Chingling. Yay, one step closer. Nah. Oh my god. Get one tap. Nerd. Sort of off the bike now. If only there was a quick way to get on and off the bike. If only. If only. Why is it not plus or minus? What heck? I want to catch it. I don't think I have one of these. Click. No. According to one theory, Mount Coronet is where the Sinnoh region began. And a new, why is he coming up to me saying this? Do I know him? It says question mark, question mark, question mark. You don't just say this to random people. The world is being ruined by human spirit. God, there's not a single thought in that character's head. Okay. Well, I'm off the bike now. I want to change my order. Boo. Okay, I kind of wanted to get into another battle. Super effective. You're not gonna stop to fight me? Oh, he looked right at me. Why didn't he fight? Does the Pokemon world have guns? Why does he have two of the same? Okay. We're gonna keep in the same one. One tap him and send a grown man crying home. Yeah, super effective. Give me your money and go. Who wanted to learn it? On this switch, shooting. Attacking number misses. Growl. Whatever. I can sneak past him, but do I really want to bother doing that? Egg speed. Oh. You know it, but come here. It's only one Pokemon. It's a fighting type. I out level it anyway. Holy guacamole. Well, you're going to the back. Wing attack should knock it out. Easy, right? Yay. Oh god, he's gonna fight me. He's waiting. I'll go back this way. I called it. I assume violence is the only answer in the Pokemon world. Please send out a fighting type. Oh, brother. Damn it, I was hoping in one tap. Never mind. I zoned out. No, anything but the tall grass and an opponent looking for me. At least be something new. Side up. I'm gonna die. Oh, I didn't mean this turn. I didn't want to die now. Okay. I want to catch it. It's most likely gonna die now, right? Yeah, to be expected. Holy shit, he turned around fast as fuck. I didn't even see that person there. What does that do? Does that bring out bees? Oh, I can go directly to the boxes. If I had any. When did I get a Jirachi? I had one already. Out. Little crank. Oh, I had both. Come on, little crank. Get in there. I don't know. I'm not really feeling Becky. I can't even see her face. Here's something I don't have. I might be fucked. This is totally not worth it. Got tapped. Oh damn. I wanted to catch up instead. You win some, you lose some, I guess. I don't know. Does that count for all of them? Can I take each one? This is illegal activity. Is it illegal to steal people's flowers? If it's on the side of the, I guess so. It might be. I don't know who would steal flowers. Hello, random family I found in the house. I stole your berries already. I'm not buying anything. I'll just take it from you. Okay, lady, fight me now. One tap, easy. She stood no chance at all. No chance at all. Okay. Let us create a scene. A fantastic tableau of battle. I don't think I've seen a painter model before, or an artist. What if you just sent out a level 99 Mime Jr.? That'd be hilarious. Sorry, little one. You must die. Wait, why isn't it dead? Oh. Nah. Surely it's not. Oh, it's a what is it, Lot Bunny? Oh, Bunary. She just wanted to show off the fucking Pokemon. 1v1 me. What is all this? I traveled a long way to take part in a super contest. Oh, this is one of those, what do you call it? Blockades? You can't go to the next area until you do this area. Fair enough. You got two choices. Either you make your Pokemon hard fucking veterans in the war, or you make them pretty. Okay. Oh, okay, go back here. take an egg and travel within your Pokemon or hatch. Yeah, don't you need a flame Pokemon with flame body or something? Or is that not a thing here? I don't know. Pokemon World is so nice. Wait, I wanted to break into these people's houses. Thank you. I don't want to. Why, thank you. It's a weird thing. An elevator that goes up to your room specifically where you sleep. Or is this a house? What is this a nursery? Why, thank you. Move it. I'm here to buy. Church, Jesus Christ. Wait, what? There are still words not everyone can describe. I'm right in front of you, literally talk. What is? God, they're all insane. He's standing in a corner alone. That sound effect sounds like a sound effect from Sonic Adventure 2. Damn, them old people didn't give me anything. Let me out of this building. Wait, is this the gym? I mean, obviously, I just read it. Hey, how's it going, Trina? You've been here until you're ready to challenge the gym leader. Well, I hate to break it to you, but that's impossible. Why? Because she's down the street and to the left. Come back another time, okay? I'll be right here waiting. It's real convenient. I don't want to talk to her yet. You can easily just look people. Well, yeah, you can look people up on the internet, I guess. Okay. It's a weird thing to randomly hear when you walk into some stranger's house. Came from that way, right? No, I came from down there. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, I'll talk to her now. Excuse-moi. Oh ho ho. Incidentally. Fantina? Fantina? What do you mean I must become Trump? No, I'm or my PK mod is not strong enough. Exclamation mark. My hero. Oh, is that my mother? I sort of forgot she existed. Sorry. Whenever I enter the contest bare bones, will I automatically fail? Does this matter? Not dressed that way. A dress. Yippee. Am I going to give my Pokemon a little goofy hat? I just wanted to heal him. Yeah, get out the way. I doubt anybody's still doing that. Coolness. Normal. Wing attack. Yee! Sure hope I get first place. I don't need luck. It's go time. We in the real leagues now. No more catching them all. It's time to entertain them all. Did I even get a single heart? It's a rhythm game! Yee! Now. 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 No. Here. 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 Contest move. Come on. Da. Stop. Da. 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 A little early. Oh, it goes with the beat. I have to. Oh, it's not over yet. I'm a pro at this. Who did I beat? Now we're getting somewhere. If I didn't win, how did Tiffany out of everybody fucking win? Damn you, Tiffany. I hope my rank doesn't have to be a certain level to challenge the gym. I don't want to go against Tiffany anymore. Bad experience. Alright, buddy. Well, guess I stay in the Pokemon. I'm not going against Tiffany. Okay, maybe one more time. Yeah, I think I have to. No practice. No practice. I'm gonna try advance this time. I gotta start up at the very bottom. And this time we're using NBA Youngboy. I don't need luck. Oh, Tiffany isn't here anymore. We might have a chance. Ryoku and NBA Youngboy. Okay, they got a few points. Yeah, I showed up early. I don't care. Come on, give me the points. Instead of 4-piece? I'm on a fucking roll now. I'm unstoppable. It was just Tiffany last time. She was in my head. Set me up for failure. Sort of lost my groove there. Yeah, at the end I sort of zoned out. Is this it? This is all I give him my hard work? There are 2 stars in the show. Huh? Oh. I still. How do we get the same amount of points? Damn, Heather. I got a sticker. Am I good enough to challenge her now? Where did she go? Oh, where? Oh, where? Oh, where? If she's not in here now, I'm gonna lose my mind. I'm gonna go get something to eat. Yeah. Okay. That's Pokemon, I guess. It makes me so sleepy. I guess I'll stream later. Yeah.